This episode of Warrior Summit Outdoors is brought to you by Blaze Alexander Family Dealerships. Hi, I'm Staff Sergeant Eric Olson, U.S. Army retired, and welcome to a very special multi-episode version of Warrior Summit Outdoors. What's the mission for the combat vets this time? We're hunting predator, javelina, possibly some prairie dogs. We're out at the Boss Ranch in West Texas. We've been invited by Mr. Gordon Busher to hunt his property, and we're being hosted by Mr. Mike Falegi of Falegi Enterprises. He's going to be guiding us, and he has been on this property many times over the years, and he knows how to really put us on the animals. So stick around and let's see what we get.
For more information on Warrior Summit Outdoors, we invite you to visit our website, www.couragehealsthesoul.com. There you'll find information about your host, Eric Olson, some of our upcoming episodes, and more.
So we began the first day of our Texas hunt by heading out to the rifle range to zero our rifles and ensure everything was in proper working order. But, as is typical of most West Texas land, we had some fine cattle that Mike the host had to chase off the rifle range. Well, get along, little doggies. Once we put up some targets, we pulled out some of the rifles built by Falegi Enterprises and got ready to shoot.
We're going to be shooting at some steel out there. This is a subsonic 338 Lehigh. It's a brand new cartridge. Really isn't on the market yet, but we're helping develop it. It's a 6.5 Grendel necked up and cut down, necked up to 338 and then cut down a little bit. We can use this subsonic and supersonic. This rifle right here is set up for subsonic speed, so it's super quiet. We're using the 232 grain controlled fracture, which when it hits any kind of meat or anything or water or liquid, it opens up actually, where a normal projectile won't open up at such slow speeds. This one's designed to do that. So you get a little run on this here and let Matt do a little bit of shooting with it.
Once we got a couple of the rifles zeroed, we decided to get a little more practice in. That's when we broke out Mike's pride and joy, the 6.5 Creedmoor, for some long-range shots and maybe even a prairie dog or two.
There you go. So we'll put this on to try to cut it down a little bit for you. There's enough Mirager out there to start with. You don't need the heat coming off the can to complicate it more.
Left of that coyote target?
That's good. That's about 2-3 feet. Yep, there's two there. Go one. Left. Silent. There he is. Good job.
Well, we spent the time zeroing in the guns a little bit. We shot a little bit of everything. What do you think, Mike? How were they looking? How were the guys shooting?
If they can shoot as good as they do on steel on animals, we're going to be just fine because they did awesome. We're doing some long range stuff here. We had not super long range, but 400, 500, 600 yards, and everybody's hitting very well. So
Yeah, so
we should be good to go. All we
so
got to do
now
now
the
is find
guns
them
are
stuff.
in. So now we can't use that as an excuse.
No, you can
Can't
use me as an excuse that I
Yeah.
didn't find you anything to get.
Exactly. So so stick around for this. So tonight we're going to be hitting some what? We're going to get some predators.
Yeah, we're gonna go do some more predators tonight. I'm gonna grab some grub here real quick, and sun's gonna go down. We're gonna go out and do some predator hunting.
Sounds
Be to
good.
go.
Let's go see what we can get. As we headed back to the lodge to prep for the predator hunt, Mike decided to start messing with tarantulas. Once I got that crazy guy to put that spider down, we had a bite to eat and then headed after dark to try and get some coyotes. The whole mission was to set up on some high ground and broadcast the sounds of an injured animal with the hope that it'll draw the coyotes in. He went down.
See it? Yeah.
There he is.
Way out there now.
Now he's there.
Yeah.
He's moving again.
Yeah, let him go.
I did? So that coyote just walked straight down the road at us after we shot at one over here, and it just stopped straight in the head. So it's pretty dead on shot. Actually, probably about 50 yards.
As you can see, we got a nice coyote. We came out one of the ranch roads and made a setup. We've been predator calling tonight, and set up for about 3-4 minutes, and we had one come in. We missed that one, getting ready to tear down the setup, and lo and behold, this guy come walking down the road, and Matt had the opportunity to take the shot and did a nice shot on him and took a nice coyote.
Yeah, he came straight down the road, probably a 50-yard shot, straight on. He turned sideways and he got shot.
And we saved a couple rabbits.
There we did.
Good job, buddy.
Thank you.
So on the way back, this coyote decides to jump out of the brush beside the truck, catching everyone off guard. It made for an extremely close shot. But hey, can't all be long range. Mike. So far, we've had a pretty successful hunt so far. We really crushed the predators last night. There was a lot of them out there. Mine was a significant distance.
Yeah, of about what, 15 feet?
About 15 feet, something like that. So he was coming at me with fangs gnarling.
Oh yeah,
snarling.
He
was going to jump on me. That coyote was going to eat my face off. I can assure you of that. If I had to save the whole crowd.
And you said, where was he? And I said, there. Right there.
So today's mission today is Javelina and Aoudad. Is that correct?
Javelina and Aoudad, correct. Yes.
That is Aoudad. So where are we gonna go and what are we gonna do, Mike?
We're gonna head back up in the mountains this morning, and we're gonna do some riding around and just spotting from the vehicles to see if we can find something we can make a stock on. There's just so much ground to cover here, and that's really one of the ways that we have to do things here. If you had to sit in a blind to actually get something to come in, you'd be there for weeks probably.
Right.
You know, with the amount of territory that's here, and the animals just keep moving. They're always in different spots.
So Joe's on tap for the Aoudad. Let's hope we find one today for him.
We've seen a few herds. It's just a matter of, are they going to be where we're going to need them and where we can get at them.
And you're going to be able to put the stock on.
And we're going to be able to put the stock on that we can actually get to them. Because if you got 50 or 100, you got double the eyes looking at you.
True.
So,
they're all looking at you.
well, no, they're going to be looking at Joe. Because I'm going to make them look at Joe. I'm going to say, this is the guy to look at.
So as you can see, everybody, today looks like a pretty fun day. Hopefully we're going to knock out some animals, and hopefully we're going to have a good time.
We got nice weather.
So
too.
stick around and see what we get. So we headed out for the day looking for Javelina and Aoudad, and just try and enjoy a beautiful West Texas afternoon with fellow combat veterans. So we spent most of the morning glassing the mountain range, and that's when we finally spotted a good-sized herd of Aoudad. Now it was time for Joe and Mike to put the stock on.
They're right there, but if we get up and work this ditch, we can probably, there's a washout, a dry creek bed there. We can work up that. That gives us enough cover to really work pretty quick up there.
Okay. They're going up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see them.
Uh-oh, something busted a couple of them. If we can get them to break up, but stay broken up without spooking.
Mm-hmm.
He's 135 yards.
Okay.
Yep. Should be able to aim right on his shoulder. You hit him. Hang on. Going down. Well, how hard you hit him.
His back end dropped pretty good.
Yeah. Okay, let's go over this ridge. Dream animal? How's that feel today?
I don't know.
It was very interesting because we've seen a very big herd, and the herd was huge. It was probably about maybe
there's a couple
200
at least, yeah,
and that makes for a very difficult stock. We spotted them from down below, and we started to come up on them, and I said, "No, that's not going to work," because there was no area to close.
Yeah.
It was just, everything was just open. So I knew of another road that went back around to this ridge. And I knew of an old creek bed that we could come up, and we ended up coming up the creek bed, and thank goodness we had a lone one come up over and not the herd, because that makes for a difficult, because if you got 200, you got 400 eyes.
Yeah, 140 yards roughly.
Yeah,
facing
140
us.
yard shot facing us. He had a nice hit on him.
Yeah, it was a tough shot, but we made a good shot.
You made a good shot, and we have
about
Audad
50
down.
yards, and
yep, and he was
finished
laying.
him right here. Falegi Enterprises, right here. Falegi Enterprises.
Lehigh Defense
This guy,
controlled chaos.
Lehigh Defense, right there. Wow. Yeah.
Congrats
Oh
again, boss.
man, that was a dream animal right there.
Yep,
It's
you
a
got
bucket
him.
list, and there he lays right there. Woo-hoo-hoo! Yeah, buddy. Oh man.
How's that for a sheep?
Oh. Wow. Wow.
One of Joe's dream animals.
Yeah, I had this on a bucket list for years.
Well, and
And
your
here
bucket
it
list
is.
has been filled.
Here it is. Unbelievable. Wow. Man.
Nice job.
Thank you.
Love
It was
you,
all
little
this
friend.
guy.
That
This
guy.
guy. This guy.
With that guy. Well, Joe finally knocked one off the bucket list, and it was a nice Audad, which is also known as the Barbary sheep and is native to North Africa. They were introduced into the U.S. decades ago, and now they just live and roam freely all over the Southwest. Well, now it's time for us to drag this bad boy down to the truck. So after a successful day of hunting, well, we decided to just relax and see some of the beautiful country landscape of West Texas and check out some of the other game animals that, well, unfortunately, they were out of season.
Oh, that's a nice one.
There's two of them up there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there he is. Yeah, I was saying the second one was Glenn Bugle. I've never seen that.
That gets your blood pumping, doesn't it?
I love it.
Pretty nice. It's not very often you see a lot of elk like that together in Texas.
Not bulls especially.
3 bulls and
Yeah.
what, 1, 2,
There
3, 4,
There you go.
5, 6, 7 cows.
Look at that majestic thing. I mean, that's just
Oh, I
beautiful.
see him now.
There's
That's
another
just
one over there
amazing.
eating. These are
Having seen lots of fine elk and mule deer, old Mike decides he wants to play with a tarantula again. That bad boy may haunt the dreams of some, but Mike seems to love him considering he keeps finding them. Crazy guy. After a long hot day in the Texas sun, the dinner bell was rung, so we all sat down to eat and discuss the day's action and have a few laughs, which is usually what happens when you get a bunch of combat vets together. I just want to apologize to everybody ahead of time and put this out there for what you are about to witness. No man should ever have to see, and that shall be me engorging myself on these ribs. I plan on wearing half of them, and it will be a glorious thing.
It will be glorious.
It shall be.
I
a
would
glorious
love to
thing.
see the rib display.
Oh, it's going to be a beautiful thing.
Even though it will be the most disgusting thing probably we've seen today.
Oh, you think the javelinas are going to be bad?
Your face covered.
I'm just going to
it's
look
just
like
gonna be
I'm just going to look
priceless.
like one giant vat of barbecue sauce. I expected the sleeves are going to have to come up here. I'm going to have to get like a whole sheet to put on me here.
Yeah, why don't we get you that green wig, the ghillie green wig, and a bib?
I think that would do.
That would work.
I think that
The
would
red
be
barbecue
awesome.
sauce and the green wig.
Well, I thought the green
Christmas.
ghillie wig was for Joe.
That's for Joe, but this could be for an opportunity to eat ribs.
I don't want to mess up that poor green ghillie wig because there's
Yeah.
that barbecue sauce is going to be in my hair. It's going to be on my feet. It's going to be in my underwear. Who knows where it's
Now
going
you're gonna have to ride in the back of the truck because I don't want to get sticky.
Yeah, exactly. You may have to just hose me down.
We got a hose out here.
That's going to have to
It's
happen.
not- I think there's a pressure washer out back too. You know, that'll take off hides.
It's going to have to happen. It's going to be a beautiful thing.
We can remove hide
Yeah.
with the pressure washer.
Exactly.
Whoop.
That's what I'm talking about right here. This is what. This is just. This is ridiculous.
Proper, young lady.
It's so good.
What do you think
I feel guilty. Well, no, I don't.
I
don't feel guilty.
on a struggle bus later?
Well, we've had a fantastic start to our West Texas adventure. We've helped out the landowner by getting rid of some predators, and we're able to help Joe knock off an item from his bucket list. A nice aoudad. And on the next episode of Warrior Summit Outdoors, the combat vets will be after some more quarry as our West Texas hunt continues at the Boss Ranch. Watch as Matt and Mike put the stalk on a few of these elusive critters. Heck, we even had Jerome the cameraman in on the action. And will Joe knock another item off his bucket list? how about some more of that fine chow we've been getting? Listen as Mike and I talk about a crazy evening hunt. All of this and more on the next episode of Warrior Summit Outdoors.